All right, fellas, I'm out here in the garage, and this is day number 2, working on Ruby, trying to get this paint figured out. I want to do a little recap here. Excuse me. Yesterday, when I went down and bought the paint, first thing I did when I got home was do some spray outs just to see how I wanted to mix this paint. And you can see here, this was my first spray out, and it was light coats, and the paint was just too thick. And then here, the little bit heavier coat, but the paint was still too thick. And then here, I went with a thinner mix, and that started looking pretty good, and that was thinned with off-the-shelf lacquer thinner. So on this one, I used a 50-50 mix, and I used the Mr. Color leveling thinner. You know, that'll allow that paint to flow out a little bit more and blend in and level out. And so I like that. So this last one here was with this procedure, and each time I painted a coat on Ruby, I shot the spoon just to make sure that I was looking pretty good, because this looked pretty good up next to Ruby. So that's what I had there. But guys, after I got done spraying the paint, I put about 6 coats on it, and I could still see the outline of that bubble I cut off, and you could feel it. So this morning, I've been texting back and forth with my buddy Roger S., and he's giving me advice on what to do here. And because, like I told you before, this guy's a man of many talents, and this is what I've been doing this morning, guys. Let me get down here. Roger told me I need to keep feathering that edge, which I did. I started with 600 grit, and then I went to 1,000 and 2,000. So each time I'd spray primer on here, and I'm trying to keep that primer as much as I can inside that area where that bubble was at, and then I'm trying to sand all this off to build that up in there. So it's getting a lot better. I can still feel it just a little bit, and can see it just a little bit, but it's getting a lot better. It's a lot better than it was yesterday. So I'm thinking maybe a couple more times of shooting primer on here and doing the wet sanding, and I'm hoping that'll do her. But now, that paint that I bought for this, the guy asked me before he mixed this up, he says, do you want a single stage base coat? He said that you'd have to put clear on that. He said, or I can mix it up as a shiny gloss enamel, and you can shoot it on that way. It wouldn't require any clear coat unless you actually wanted to put some on there after it dried thoroughly. So I had him make it up as the gloss enamel, and I'll determine after I get this done, start shooting the red back on here. Once I've got it done, then I'll determine at that point whether I want to actually put any clear on, or if I need to actually put any clear on it or not. But we'll see. But I think I'm going down the right path now, guys. And boy, I'll tell you, this has really been a chore. But just want to give you all an update on where I'm at on this, and I think I'm looking pretty good. Okay, I'm done.